Some of the challenge that parents who have students with disabilities in New York City face are that, first and foremost, a lot of them don't know the rights available to them under the federal IDEA. Additionally, sometimes they have IEPs, they have students with IEPs, but the particular school buildings don't provide those ratio classrooms. For example, we had a student who was supposed to be in a 12 to 1 to 1 class. The school building did not have such a facility for the student, and they just threw him into a ICT, which is a class with 25 students and 2 teachers. The parents did not know that they had the ability to have an impartial hearing to have their IEP implemented correctly. So for these particular families, we were able to review the documentation to ensure that they were indeed entitled to the 12 to 1 to 1 classroom. We filed for an impartial hearing, and we came before an impartial hearing officer and showed that the student indeed needed that 12 to 1 to 1, and the school district was not providing that program for the student. So we were able to get compensatory education to make up for the failures that the Department of Education failed to provide for the student. It isn't inexpensive to have a lawyer in New York State. However, under the federal IDEA statute, there's a fee shifting provision which allows students with disabilities and or their families to receive attorney's fees if they win in an impartial hearing. So we're able to review the case and see if there's enough to prove that there has been indeed a free appropriate public education denial, and we take the matter to an impartial hearing, and if we win at an impartial hearing, we're able to get our attorney's fees from the school district. If the case is not successful, the client is not responsible for the fees, then the attorney bears the risk of those fees. Here at Littman Krooks, the process is pretty simple. You come in for a no-fee consultation. The attorney assesses the case and sees whether there has been indeed a denial of a free appropriate public education, and if there's enough to take this to an impartial hearing. We prepare the case, we prepare the witnesses and all the evidence required for the case. We attend the impartial hearing, and then we guide the parents on the decision on how to implement it, and then after that, once we're favorable in the decision, we're able to get our fees from the school district. I love being a special education attorney because I get to advocate for some of the most vulnerable individuals in New York City. These individuals, unfortunately, who don't have a voice, don't know their rights. I feel fortunate enough to be able to, be their voice and be there and help them understand their rights and fight for their rights.